Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a very special, I don't know what we're going to call this. We're going to call it a special edition of the Bodacast. You got two of the founders here. Zach is on the other side making himself a Caesar salad. I'm James.
Caesar chicken salad.
We're going to see how this whole thing goes. We'll probably end up throwing this on YouTube too, so you'll be able to see us today. We want to do something different though. Zach and I have been talking about doing this for a little bit, doing something a little bit more news-based.
Why don't we call this the Dirty 30? 30 minutes, whatever we want.
At Royce. We'll call it the Dirty 30 to steal everyone's fucking Instagram caption on their 30th birthday.
Fair enough. I mean, yes, that's fair.
No, we're discussing highly debatable stuff like that. But really the point of this whole thing is we want to do something that's a little more, it's more of a platform for us to go into kind of news and segments and wherever we want to go with that. So we're going to start off today's big topic. Let's really talk about it. Antonio Brown, still in the news, still staying as relevant as ever. He has a warrant out for his arrest right now.
He in fact does. And I think the funniest part is he has a warrant out for his arrest for throwing a rock at a man.
There was a whole thing with him and his trainer where his trainer was charged with an assault. He was rumored to be an accessory to that. Was that because he threw a rock at it? I didn't hear that.
So here's the scoop behind that. So the thing with that is, I guess there was some dispute with payment for the moving services, and so him, Brown, and his trainer, I guess, threw rocks, and then which throwing rocks in a car, whatever. But
it doesn't exactly fly when you're a multi-million-dollar athlete.
No. But it's not it's really, dude, come on. Where it gets serious is they climb into the driver's side and start beating the living crap out of the guy. That's where it gets serious. That's the shit you can't do. No matter who you are, you can't drive into. And not only that, it was a moving truck. The truck was in motion.
Wait, it was in motion?
It was in motion. I don't know how fast it was going.
The entire time with me reading this, I just assumed it was like a moving van, not that it was in motion.
Maybe it is a moving van. Oh, maybe that's. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I don't know. I just looked up Antonio Brown news on Google, and another thing, 30 minutes ago, this dude just is a walking headline. His ex-girlfriend just filed for sole custody of 3 children, citing, quote, incapacity to make decisions, and it's in the child's best interest. Can't disagree. Antonio Brown's gone with the deep end.
He almost hit one of them with the couch. Come on.
Although I don't condone child abuse, I do think it's funny, the image of Antonio Brown swinging a couch around, because that's what I heard, or that's what I thought when I heard this. This is just a long list of things ever since he's gone to the Raiders and left the Steelers. Is it now he's finally cracked, or were the Steelers really good at hiding this?
Probably a little bit of both, to be completely honest with you. They probably had it under wraps, but I mean, to be completely fair though, think about it like this. I forget the season, but do you remember he live streamed the after one of the locker room celebrations in the postseason? I think maybe 2015. That's where it really stems from, because that was really stupid for him to do. Because obviously it's a close personal thing between all of his teammates and everything like that, and it's stuff that's inside of the locker room. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so for him to do that without anyone's permission and all that kind of stuff, dude, he's fucking live streaming it. You're an idiot.
You're dumb.
But I mean, that's just where it stems from. It's the fact that he's not making adult decisions. He's acting like a child. And you know what? Yeah, I get it. You're a 6th-round pick. So was Tom Brady. Look what he's done. Look at the difference. 6th-round picks. Antonio Brown has all that talent. And he's wasting it by throwing rocks at some fucking moving van.
Potentially in motion, still unconfirmed.
Potentially moving van, yes.
A moving van. It's insane.
Defeated on that front.
So I mean, now that we've talked about that a bit, though, like, where does this set his career? Because he had the tryout with the Saints, right, before the postseason,
Right.
and it apparently went really well. Was another incident for him though, where he was like, it was just a publicity stunt. They didn't really want me, dude. Put your head on straight, man. Are you kidding me? Like, the Saints are a team like the Patriots where you could have made a difference. Granted, Michael Thomas is going to be the number one guy there, but you could have made a difference.
Yeah. And I see, the thing about that is it's all about. I feel like for him, it's about getting the last word. And I don't know if, obviously, like, it's really hard to give them the benefit of the doubt, especially with the concussions that man has had. He's had one too many Vontaze Burfict specials to the head. So it just, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, listen, like, you're not right in the head. Anyone on any side could say you're not right in the head. That's fine. But, there's a certain point where it's like, it's self-destructive behavior, and it's happening like every 5 minutes on fucking Twitter. Like, every 5 minutes he tweets something out about no more white women 2020. Like, what?
I mean, like, the other day he posted on Instagram a video of, like, the police copter flying over when they were surrounding his home, and I think he just had, like, a girl in bed or something. He's trying to make, like, a music career and just get the crime record going now. He doesn't realize you don't need the record to just make music.
I think Antonio Brown is playing real life GTA, and we're all in real life, and he's playing.
Honestly, we might be. We're all just living. We're renting space in Antonio Brown's world.
Yeah,
that's simulation.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Think about it like this, and this is gonna get into some like GTA theory shit. You have Michael, the other guy, Franklin, right, and then Trevor, right? I think they're all extensions of the same person. Now think about it like this: Antonio Brown was like Franklin. He's like up and coming. He's really good, right? Then he turned into Michael when like his career hit off and all that kind of stuff. Now he's Trevor because he's batshit crazy and he's probably on a lot of drugs.
I thought you were calling shots because you picked the one black character to be Antonio Brown, but whatever.
No.
Racism aside, Zach, fine. It's fine. You're right. Fine.
It's to do with race. Thank you very much. We don't do that here.
This is a race-free pod, even though we're a bunch of white guys. There's the dog. This is gonna be. I'm gonna have to cut this out. Hey, come on. Story. He could just be the accumulation of all of them as one, like you said. I really am starting to feel like that, like, simulation theory is kind of true. Like, Antonio Brown just gets to do what he wants, and we're just NPCs walking around and living in it.
I mean, don't forget at one point he did have a Lego head. So, I mean...
He had a Lego head?
Yeah, you don't remember his haircut? He looked like a Lego.
Oh, the weird mohawk that was like... Yeah,
I forgot. That was like before he went batshit crazy. Obviously.
Because, like, the hair marker for him going crazy is the blonde mustache and, like, the different color, like, not curls. I can't think of the word. The different color in his hair.
Want to talk about making yourself look like a black porn star? Bleach your fucking hair blonde. That's how you do it.
I'm into it.
I mean, hey, it's probably his next step, honestly. He's got nowhere else to go.
No, he's doing music. I'm telling you, Antonio Brown is about to win a Grammy.
I mean, to be fair, he was on The Masked Singer, too. Don't forget that.
Okay, another thing I didn't know. You're blowing my mind with all this random information.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of Antonio Brown facts that I'm about to speak. Also, don't mind my hair, guys. I am having a bad hair day, so.
That's why you're.
Yeah, so I mean, I think my whole point for this Antonio Brown ramble is that I think a lot of this behavior stems off of the fact that he most likely has CTE. However, it doesn't excuse it.
Nothing to laugh
because. No. I mean, it in all seriousness, like you just look at what he's doing. It's self-destructive, like, and the whole point is like, you know, you don't know what's going on inside their heads. Well, maybe we know a lot more than we do with Antonio Brown because he tweets about it every 5 seconds. But I mean, you don't really know what's going on inside their heads. You know, he could be doing all this stuff, and inside he's just like devoid of all emotion. Like, you have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to get everyone away from him. Like, obviously Drew Rosenhaus is gone. Like, he quit.
I actually forgot about that. Rosenhaus was like, peace, get some counsel, man. Or I'm out until then.
And like, it's really hard to like watch. It's hard to watch your grown man go through that, especially in, you know, quite frankly, that's all he's ever really known. Like, I mean, you know, his dad was an arena football star, and like he you know, he never really grew up around him, and he always kind of like wanted to be like him, but didn't really have him around. And then, you know, he gets into the NFL. He's a 6th round pick. He's like, you know, no one really knows about him. He does punt returns, and he breaks out as a star in the NFL. Like, going through all that fame in such a short amount of time can really not only change your life, but really mess it up too. Because if you don't handle it the right way, then you're going to end up like what happened to Antonio Brown. I mean, I really think it's a 50-50 thing between the all the concussions and injuries and the fact that the way his life has gone, he doesn't know how to handle himself as an adult. It really doesn't seem like he does. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I've heard stories of him coming into like the first days of practice as a Steeler with just a trash bag of his clothes, like, which is a lot of players' situation. But like you said, to have that monumental, it was like a couple years. Honestly, it wasn't like a long time before he shot off. Like, he hit the ground running. I think you're right, but I mean, even if you put in the whole thing where wide receivers traditionally are divas, that's the old stigma, right? Every wide receiver has that like personality. I don't think it stays NFL anymore, man.
Yeah.
I mean, think of wide receivers in the past few years, not on Antonio Brown's level, that have had that kind of diva mentality. Brandon Marshall, who was very much so over the hill. Dez, even at some points.
OBJ,
who, but you look at him and the level ahead of receivers where you get like Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry to an extent. I mean, Jarvis, I think, can sometimes have his hot-headed moments. They shine above the rest. Adam Thielen is another one. Even Stephon Diggs, same team. You know, the level-headed receivers are tending to kind of trend up, where that diva receiver, at least as we see, is kind of going down. Julio Jones arguably was the like 1 or 2 with Antonio Brown for a while. The most level-headed dude. He just wants to ball, and he does. So where do you think his career goes from here?
So like you said, I'm sorry I'm chewing, I apologize.
It's hot. I like it.
Gotta love a man that chews.
Yeah, sex sells.
So, I mean, you know, apparently he's got this rap thing going, which, I mean, who the hell knows? I'm sure celebrities will eat that shit up because it's Antonio Brown and they love drama and they feed off of it. So, I honestly, I think, you know, I don't think he's hit rock bottom, to be completely fair with you.
Are you serious? You think there's lower to go?
I think he's got lower to go. I really do. Because think about it like this.
So what's that mark, though?
He still has his money. He still has his money. Right. I think once his money's gone, I think once everyone has abandoned him, he will hit rock bottom, and then he'll figure his shit out, or he won't. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know. I just, you know, I hope for his sake and his like mental sanity that he goes and gets help and maybe sees a doctor, because there are studies that can help him. Kind of like, I mean, it was a little too late for Junior Seau, unfortunately. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Like, that's, yeah. I mean, like, players like that, you know what I mean? They don't realize that all this other stuff is going on with everyone else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Antonio Brown is obviously a completely different case because
he's a diva, but I really think it amplified personality like 20-fold, and it's causing a lot of these issues for him.
I don't disagree. I mean, we took a very somber turn there, but honestly, we just kind of hope he gets help. Like, that's the big thing here.
Right. The shit he's doing on the surface is very funny.
Right.
And, like, mock him all you want and think he's crazy, blah, 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 blah. But, like, at the end of the day, you have to realize he's crying out for help. I mean, he needs help.
He might not be realizing it right now, but maybe he is, and like subconsciously he's yelling. But someone needs to help Antonio Brown. I think Drew Rosenhaus is seeing it or saw it, and we're all just kind of laughing at it, which is a little fucked up too if you think about it. If you really look at it, like that's the social media age and what we're looking at, where you don't see a lot of get Antonio Brown help. It's more, what the hell's going on with Antonio Brown?
Right, it's like it's the videotaping the fight instead of breaking it up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Barking in the background. I guess unless you got any more thoughts there, Zach. I think we've said all that has to be said.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you are a follower of Antonio Brown, and you like his posts because you think he's an idiot and think he's funny, it's fine. You can laugh. It's pretty funny. However, you also need to realize that he is not mentally stable and that he needs help. So I would just say think twice maybe about encouraging his behavior, because he went from a nobody or basically a nobody in NFL perspective to a mega star, one of the best wide receivers. Whatever.
It's fine.
One of the best wide receivers last decade. It's fine. It's not a big deal. To a mentally unstable like sociopath. I mean, it's incredible to just watch that transformation. I mean, I felt like he was a hard worker. He was dedicated, and then once he started getting that money, he started turning into a crazy man.
It's sad what the fame does to you. I honestly don't have any disagreeing points with you right now, Zach. But that is going to be kind of the trend with this show. What we're going to try to do, we'll wrap it up there. Try to keep it under 20. We're going to try to get into a little bit more controversial things where we're going a little more back and forth as opposed to us just agreeing with each other. You'll see not just Zach and I on here. You're going to see... Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yo, I'm here. I'm sorry.
It said poor connection on my end, so...
Oh, okay.
All right, we're back. Anyway, so you're going to see Drew on here talking about baseball at some point. You'll see Chris on here. You'll see Royce, a variation of any of us on here rotating through, just talking about whatever you want to talk about.
Whoever comes on. It'll just be like quick hitters, 20 to 30 minute, like little podcasts. So we want to talk to you guys about certain topics that, maybe we can't go into detail or as much detail as we wanted to in the Bodacast. Like this Antonio Brown thing, like the whole thing that spawned this was obviously the warrant for his arrest. I think Hollywood, Florida was where it came out of, but it's a topic that is it's more of a radical topic. I mean, like it it gets the people going.
I've heard that before somewhere.
Yeah. But anyways, I think you'll be hearing a lot more from these little segments here. We can find a name for it, and we'll let you guys know, obviously.
Yeah. Get ready to see 50 variations of the name every time this is uploaded. I think we're going to run it as highly debatable for now, and we'll see from there.
Yeah. But, hey, listen, thanks, guys, for tuning in, as always. I am Soggy Boy, Zach. I have James on the other side, who is back in Massachusetts, as always.
It's good to be back.
Yep. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Our website is...
The Boat of Sports News.
Debo
I was actually very
Scott
happy. I haven't talked about this a lot, but I was pumped we got the in there because it just hits that kind of like the Ohio State thing. It really, tickles me right. Do you like that statement?
Agreed. Yeah, it tickles you just right, doesn't it?
All right.
But anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Love you all.
Love you.
Stay beautiful.
Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah.